Live on Stream It Sports, Northern Colorado, it's Windsor High School basketball. This broadcast is brought to you by Schrader Oil. Fuel your day. By Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins. Everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good. Now for the play-by-play, here's Eric Friehauf and Cody McCoy.
Welcome to Windsor High School Athletics. Tonight, live on Stream It Sports from Windsor High School in beautiful Windsor, Colorado. The Windsor Wizards host the visiting Erie Tigers from just south in Colorado high school basketball action. Hello, my name is Eric Friehauf, along with my broadcast partner and producer, Cody McCoy. And on camera, we have Abby Block bringing you live 4A Tri-Valley High School basketball here in the hometown of Windsor, Colorado. Welcome, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy tonight's broadcast. It's brought to you live in HD, streaming it here on the web, as well as later on, if you want to watch this game, you can get it on demand as they will post it up, and you'll be able to look at the games and all the possessions. They've gone through the starting lineups. Let's go through it with you as well, too. The visiting Erie Tigers, they are 8-6 overall, 3-3 in league, and as they visit, they're going to be in their orange with black numbers with white trim. Starters for Erie will be number 2, Tyler Larson, a 6-foot senior. Number 4, Ethan Tyson, a junior, 5'10", and number 15, Luke Loy, the senior 6-footer. And finally, the last two, number 20, Jeffrey Furneaux, a 6'3" senior, and Jaden Lucero, number 21, the senior 6'1". And on the Windsor side, we'll get to your lineups there as well too, as the ball is tipped into Erie's hands. Deep down underneath, looking like he had something, but falling away. Luke Loy not able to find it. Pedersen up on top. But a turnover early on, one of the problems so far in the game. This season it has been turnovers. Three-pointer, loose ball. Well, a lot of nerves out tonight. I know that Erie's coming up to try to make a statement with a 3-3 season so far, but foul on number 20, Chase Landcrete. Yes, both football as well as basketball player for the Windsor Wizards. And tonight's starting lineup for that foul, just make sure you knew who that was against. That was against Caleb Humble. Caleb Humble for the Erie Tigers. Starting lineup, that was against Mitch Rasmussen, is what they're calling the foul against. Starting lineup for the Windsor Wizards right now. Got number 1, Kirk Relford. You'll hear his name a lot tonight. He's a solid leading scorer for Windsor. Teams come in to try to shut him down. And there's Mitch Rasmussen, who's got the foul that last time down. Visitors up 1-0 at 7 minutes left in this first quarter.
And we've seen the Wizards in the games that we've been here, they take those first possessions very serious. Of course, a turnover, but usually they run the offense very thorough first few possessions to get a good shot.
Get up and down the court as fast as they can. Good ball movement. A lot of penetration by Erie. Penetrate kick if they can get it, or a teardrop. Pulled down solid by Braden Pedersen. He's starter. He's a senior, 6'1" for Wizards. He is also a football star phenom, a receiver for the Wizards, but he's out here tonight trying to play it on the hard courts, and a nice baseline shot by Chase Landcrete, the junior 6'4", sporting 200. I think he's every 200 of that, really solid. Drive down the middle lane, almost right alongside of him, but Jeffrey Furneaux couldn't make it, but he hustles back down the court and taps it away. You know, Kirk Relford, the top scorer for the Windsor Wizards, scores 19 points per game. Last time we broadcasted it, he had gotten into foul trouble early on, sat the bench for close to a half of the game and never really got into his rhythm. Since then, he continues to pour in the points, and we'll see tonight if he can get open. That's typically a defensive matchup that teams coming in to play the Wizards know that they have to shut down.
Easier said than done.
It is. But the Wizards are not one-dimensional. They're a team player. They're a one-team city, one-team attitude. 3 off quick, could not get it up, but Erie clears it up, gets it down the court. Nice skip pass across. Defense makes it back. Little juke drive. There you go, Jeffrey Furno, the senior 6'3". Furno's averaging 13.9 points per game so far this season, but you'd say, well, is that the highest scorer on the team? Yes, it is the highest scorer on the team because Erie shares the ball. They got 3 guys that are in double figures. Number 15, Luke Loy, number 20, Jeffrey Furno, and number 21, Jaden Lucero, excuse me. Deep corner 3. Strong backboard. Oh, and blocked from behind. Way to get body control on that. Nice block by Mitch Rasmussen. Tyler McGinnis, who is a top scorer for the Wizards, averaging 17.7 points per game, is another threat. Down the post, Chase calling for the ball, but doesn't get it with a little back screen, steps out. Well, let's see where Kirk Relford, steps back. Missed it a little bit, but Chase gets the rebound, able to pull it in, and draws the foul.
Great pass off the backboard there.
Well, I would hope that's what he's going to ask for. If it was a pass off the backboard, it was one of the best ones there. Jaden Lucero, the senior 6'1" shooting guard, point guard for the Erie Tigers, gets the foul and up to the line. Chase Landcrete goes up. The solid player of football coming up, seeing if he can tickle the twine in the hard courts. Chase, really not about a 47% free throw shooter. 9 of 19, and now he's, I think, 10 of 21.
Looks like a zone.
Yep.
Zone press coming out here for the Wizards out of the made free throw.
Yep, Matt Scoggin in for the Wizards. Nice drawdown. Lots of passes, lots of movement. Ball not touching the ground. That's kind of what a coach is looking for. Jeffrey Furno picks it up. Outside, and Tyler McGinnis, the shooting guard, senior 6'2", steps back and shoots the 3. 4 minutes left in this first quarter. Baseline drive by Ethan Tyson, the junior. Now a 3-quarter press. Ooh, right over the shoulder. Quick foul.
It's a bang foul there. If he was just one step ahead, not reaching from behind, he would have had the steal.
Hit the arm. Score 6-7, home down by 1. Just some excellent passing and emotion by Erie early on the away court. This year, they're 3-2 on the away court for Erie, so they do know how to win on the road. But of course, they have been playing some of the lower levels of the conference on the road, so there's going to be a travel. Drove too deep into it. Matt Scoggin, number 4, the forward junior, 6'4", just got too deep, couldn't find a way to pass it out. Turned around, dragged that back pivot foot.
It's been 3 turnovers here in the first quarter by the Wizards.
You're absolutely right, and that is just not something that the Wizards want to play with, especially against a team, even though they're 3-3 in the conference, they still are a solid team with regards to scoring. Throw the ball away. I guess turnover is fair play, I guess, right? Give one, give another one. Just in the turnover mode. The Wizards have 210 turnovers this year, which is not where they would like to be. Moving around the perimeter, seeing if the Wizards can settle down here, down by 1. Nice drive in by Kirk Relford. Rolls around a couple times. He needs to get his rhythm going early on in this game. Able to shoot some threes. He shoots close to 47% from the field. Deep catching in. Not going to stop that. Luke Loy, the senior.
Just good job by Erie running their offense, being patient.
Yep.
Got the ball deep in the paint there. That's hard to stop as a defense.
Deep catches definitely are not going to get it. Tyler pulls up for Shoreham, but nice rebound by Matt Scoggin. Tyler takes the double team pass from, I think it was Kirk Relford that passed it over to him. And as he was doing that, he realized that the defense was broken down and drives to the free throw line and then dishes it, tries to shoot it a little short. It's one of those ones where you do the pull up, but you're short arming it. Scoggin steps up, misses the first of two on the fouled shot. Tyler steps out as Preston Green checks in for him. Scoggin, 68% free throw shooter. He was 13 for 19 before those two, so now he's 14 for 21. Tied at 9 with 2 minutes, 10 seconds left in this first quarter. Up here in Wizard country. Strong to the hole and has no problems. Jeffrey Furneaux driving off almost a dribble rub screen. Got Nate Huntsman out there handling the ball for the Wizards as he cuts along the baseline. Nate Huntsman, a senior, 6'2". So there's a lot of experience out on the court. Oh, and the motion. Whew. Lucky for him, Lance McGinnis picks up the ball, the sophomore. Almost went out of bounds. Kirk Relford moving it around and then just extended out. Luke Lloyd picks it up. They're going to call a foul. Nope, they're going to call a travel. Fortunate enough, there was a little contact down there, but fortunate for the Wizards, they're going to call it just incidental. An incidental kind of calls. Then you're going to go to the next call, which will be travel. Tyler Larson checking in for Dion Lucero for the Tigers. The Wizards seeing if they can handle this full court press. They'd like to get up and down the court, I think. They'd rather than just walking the ball up or having to work it around. Kirk Relford had a wide open three. Nice hustle by Scoggins. Gets a rebound. Goes back up. Sees if he can draw a foul. Kirk Relford goes back up and sets it in there. Oh, but you got to give Matt Scoggin the effort and the credit for keeping that ball alive on the offensive rebound. Kirk gets the points, but Scoggins the one that kept it open going.
And just no rebounding there on the defensive end by Erie.
Yep.
Looks like we have a foul in the paint there.
Preston Green, what they're going to check a lot on this year, as well as into the college ranks, is hand checks. Specifically, if you're driving along and you put two hands on a guy driving, that will immediately be called a check. In that situation, Preston Green just reached his hand out and pushed him off. But it's a strong drive. Erie is driving from the wings into the middle or from the top. Nice rebound by McGinnis. McGinnis coming down. Nice dish off, but miss. But puts it back in, Preston Green. 13-11, 30 seconds left in this first quarter here in the 4A Tri-Valley Conference, Class 4A. Both teams trying to continue to establish themselves in the conference. Relford dishes it off for a long distance, and a bottom of the net three by Lance McGinnis, the sophomore, puts the Wizards up 16-11. They're on a 7-0 run. Nice dive, what the hustle on the court, but and at the expiration of the first quarter, it's 16-11. The home team, Windsor Wizards, sitting at 5-1 in league, are leading the Erie Tigers 3-3, who are visiting in the first quarter, 16-11. We'll be right back here after a short message from our producers and our advertisers.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
Wayne, Everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
Welcome back to Stream It Sports Live up here in Northern Colorado. We're bringing you a live HD streamed game between the Windsor Wizards versus the Erie Tigers. Both of these teams are in the Class 4A Tri-Valley. Quick steal away. Tyler Larson able to get that back court. There's going to be a travel call. Double. Could not use the Euro type of move. Hey, we want to thank our sponsors, First Bank, Schrader Oil, and Pedersen Toyota. If you would like to be a partner with us and become a sponsor, send us a message at rmccoy@streamitsports.com. Almost back court when they were bringing the ball up. You're extending their defense, switching where they need to switch. Kirk Relford, nice left-handed play, could not put it up into the middle of the rim. Chase shoots a lefty right through the middle and bottom of the net. And Coach Scott Malin has called a short 30-second timeout. He does not like what he saw coming out of the first quarter. Saw his team that was up by at least 2 or 3 go down by 16 to 11, and then they get the steal but not able to convert it over at the other end in the transition.
Second chance points on those offensive rebounds. Windsor's gotten at least 4 points from the second opportunities there in the paint.
Get themselves back in the game. I want to talk a little bit about it in the preseason. The Windsor Wizards were 5-4 in non-conference. Erie was 5-3, but since then, Windsor has really taken the lead. They are 5-1 in conference versus Erie is 3-3. Windsor tied with 2 other teams at the top of the Tri-Valley Conference. That's Holy Family with 5-1, 9-6 overall, and Meade at 5-1 and 9-6 overall. Both those have games tonight as well too. Three-pointer deep, cannot draw it down. Zone defense a little bit here by man-to-man. And then the three is knocked down by Alex Mathis, the senior. Alex Mathis, he's got 43% three-point shooting, but he's only got 14 threes on the season. Tyler McGinnis says, hey, I got an easy one to the bucket. I'll take it right back. Makes it 20-14, 6 minutes, 35 seconds left in this half, first half. He liked it, but he didn't. Oh, it's going to be called a charge. Jaden Lucero driving the baseline. You're going to have to give credit to Tyler McGinnis, who steps along and moves his feet. I don't think Lucero's too happy about the call. It was a bang-bang. This three-quarter to full court definitely slows down the fast pace. Kirk outside, couldn't get it, but nice rebound by Chase Landcrete. There goes Rasmussen, could not get the three in, but the rebound comes down to Farino. Strong drive to the hole by Tyler Larson, the senior. That's one thing that Erie does, is it drives to the hole. Their full offense as well as offensive transition is to drive as hard as you can. Wizards continue to move the balls around. Nice pass by Landcrete as he sees his fellow football player, teammate Pedersen down on the short corner. Kicks it down, allows him to get an easy bucket. But defensive transition leaves it open for Luke Lloyd to finish it out. Looking through the middle, seeing if they can find him. Tyler throws a turnover. Coach going to make some adjustments at halftime, I think, when you see a three-quarter court. Almost got away with it. Pedersen about hit him. Landcrete has to step away on the key shot. Now it's 22-20. 5 minutes, 12 seconds left in this second quarter. They're doing a 30-second timeout. We'll take one quick 30-second and be right back.
Toyota-thon's on.
Look at all those Toyotas.
Bet you could get a great deal in there.
Yeah, we should go check it out.
Impressive.
Sometimes you just have to snap them out of it a little bit.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2018 RAV4 with Toyota Care, our no-cost service plan.
'Tis the season. Toyota-thon is on.
Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back to Stream It Sports Live here in Windsor, Colorado. The visiting Erie Tigers have made it a 9-4 run to make it a 22-20 game. That's right, Wizards only up by 2 with 5 minutes left in this second quarter.
Great press break, just could not finish the layup there on the one-on-one.
Pedersen gets too much pressure on the shot, can't finish it. Nice tip, creates the turnover. Tyler McGinnis being saddled all the way down. Kirk Relford trying to go again. Nice shot as he runs down the middle of the lane. Puts him up 24-20. 4:34 left in this second quarter. Lancrete up on defense. See if he can stop the drive. Nice rebound by Rasmussen. Long distance. Those are things that he saw in the football season where he was down and trying to keep his feet in, as any good football receiver would try to do. He was not able to handle that ball coming in. And ball goes out of bounds. Another turnover for the Wizards. Foul against number 15, Luke Loy. The handoff, and then stepping in, Lancrete. Well, some fans liked it, some fans did not, based off of how it was ran. 24-20. That's a second foul against Luke Loy from the Erie Tigers. Chase keeps it alive after almost a turnover. Baseline shot a little flat, could not get it in. Now it's defensive transition. Quick play, nice play by Lance McGinnis, getting the turnover and then getting it down the other end. Ooh. Oh, Lancrete could not hang on to the ball. Almost looked like a travel, but could not finish the shot on the transition.
Someone got last out there.
Oh, waving. Luke Loy, the small forward for the Tigers, open. Now brings it back to a one-point game. 24-23. Couple of times up and down. The Wizards are not able to convert. Lancrete runs right into a double team. Keys to pick up defense when there is a turnover. See if he could create a turnover to balance it out.
And that hurts. You were one possession away from maybe tying it or taking the lead, and pushed it just a little too much to get that turnover.
Well, I think that's the risk when you run. That's, I think, a good point there, Cody, is when you risk to push the ball on transition, you also increase the risk if a defensive transition is smart enough to get into the lanes, and you risk by making longer passes down the court or in lanes that a transition person would be there.
There's a level of chaos that's at risk when you're playing at a faster pace.
Organized chaos. Yep. I like that thought on there. You need a little chaos in a game just to try to create differentiation. But fundamentals also are good as well, too. McGinnis looking outside. Relford got somebody deep in his grill there. Cody, he goes to the hole, tries to pick it up, and it comes from his hip and up onto the backboard. He was slapped at coming down the road. That makes it 28-23 with 2 minutes left in this second quarter. Almost another steal by Scoggin. Relford could not see it. The ball went over his head, and there you go. Yop hits a three. Yop shooting 31% from three-point range. Only had 13 three-pointer attempts early on. McGinnis seeing if he can answer. It's a 28-26 game. 1 minute, 40 seconds left in this first half. Smooth play by number 20, Furno. Just drops it up and over.
Erie's kind of gotten into a scoring rhythm here in the second quarter.
Relford comes up, felt like he had a nice, comfortable shot there, could not finish it.
And controlled the defensive boards a lot more here in the second quarter.
Yeah, they have. Tied 28-28 right now. That would be travel. There's some question if there was some bumping going on underneath, but this was right there, called what he saw. McGinnis getting into Relford. 1 minute, 7 seconds left, tied 28-28 in this first half of this conference game between the Wizards versus the Tigers. McGinnis kind of spread some people out. Him and Relford trying to figure out if there's a, deep corner three. He felt it, he had it set up, and he throws it down at 31.
Perfectly executed play there. Screens were perfect, nice flare out. They knew where the shooter was going to be.
McGinnis and Relford, two seniors just knowing how to play with each other on the court and creating shots. Oh, nice bat away, 27 seconds now. Wizards have the opportunity to take the last second shot for this first half. See if they can add to their cushion of 3 points, 31-28. Out front, Lance McGinnis getting a little pressure, then off. 10 seconds left on the clock. Deep drive, deep in the corner, right off the back of the rim. Could not get it in there, Scoggin. Foul. That was foul on Lance McGinnis. Well, no. We're going to call that against Matt Scoggin. 3 seconds left on the game clock in this first half.
Plenty of time.
Yep.
For at least maybe dribble or two and a shot, or
two
if you,
dribbles, right?
Yeah, get a nice screen, solid screen, and an open shot.
Up high, they're trying to run the tap. He tapped it, could not get it in, and wow, that was an amazing play because it was shot right at the basket and was able to get the tip. But the Wizards finishing off with Tyler McGinnis hitting a three from the corner in the last minute, gives them a 31-28 lead at halftime. Here in Windsor, Colorado, we're here at Stream It Sports Live. We're going to take a halftime break. We'll be right back here with you for the second half of the Windsor Wizards versus the Erie Tigers here in 4A Tri-Valley High School basketball.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
Toyotathon's on. Look at all those Toyotas.
Bet you could get a great deal in there.
Yeah, we should go check it out.
Let's go check it out. Impressive.
Sometimes you just have to snap them out of it a little bit.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2018 RAV4 with Toyota Care, our no-cost service plan.
'Tis the season. Toyotathon is on.
Toyota, let's go places.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
After playing the game for many years, and I decided I could either watch from the couch or get on the field and become part of the game.
I became a judge because it was a natural transition from being a gymnast to coach, now judge.
I love the large crowds, the excitement of the game, and you know what? I got the best seat in the house.
Help these kids. Help this community. Become an official.
There comes a time in every athlete's life when their participation in sports is coming to an end, and so officiating is a way to stay involved.
The day I started officiating is just as fun as now.
When I'm officiating, making decisions, a decision that's instantaneous, for me there's no greater feeling.
I became an official because I wanted to give back.
Get off the couch and get into the game.
Become an official.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
Toyota-thon's on. Look at all those Toyotas.
Bet you could get a great deal in there.
Yeah, we should go check it out.
Impressive.
Sometimes you just have to snap them out of it a little bit.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2018 RAV4 with Toyota Care, our no-cost service plan.
'Tis the season. Toyota-thon is on.
Toyota, let's go places.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
There comes a time in every athlete's life when their participation in sports is coming to an end, and so officiating is a way to stay involved.
The day I started officiating is just as fun as now.
When I'm officiating, making decisions, a decision that's instantaneous, for me there's no greater feeling.
I became an official because I wanted to give back.
Get off the couch and get into the game.
Become an official.
Welcome back to second half here in Windsor High School. Just about getting the ball started here. Erie will have the ball on the alternating position at halftime coming out. And we have a game, 31-28. Wizards finished off that first half with a three-pointer by McGinnis from the corner.
It was a tie ball game there for the last minute.
Yep.
Turnover by Erie.
Good defense played by the Wizards. Pedersen gets beat. Up and underneath, and Lucero couldn't finish it for the Tigers.
Didn't really need the dribble. Might have had that left-hand layup there, but he decided to up fake, go back to the right side.
Yep.
Defense was able to adjust.
Lots of time you're using the basket to try to protect yourself if you're on one side to another, but deep play in by Pedersen, could not find it, but good defense by Larson. Puts pressure on it and not too bashful in taking the shot. Boy, that was a one-handed tip. He was almost able to get it in. That was a shot from Luke Ploy that just couldn't make it. Deep drive and up and off the board. Nice under and scoop. Mitch Rasmussen, the junior, gives him a 33-28 lead. First score of the second half. What kind of adjustments did Erie Tigers make at halftime, as well as what kind of adjustments did the Wizards? I am sure it's pressure. Out of bounds on Erie as he was trying to save it. Couple three-point shots. Not looking good so far for Erie. I think they would want to go straight to the hole, but that last one underneath was just a little too hard of a shot. So they've really shot from the outside, not going inside like they were in the first half, driving from the edges into the middle of the lane. Patience starting to show now, and the Wizards not trying to rush any shots. Ball rotation. Boy, we're taking about 30-40 seconds off the clock, trying to see if they can get something out.
Pretty patient. They're very much content being around the three-point line. Nice shot there.
Oh. Screen on ball almost for a three-pointer. That's Rasmussen that tried to do something. Back quickly, gets his hand on the ball. That's a nice way to play hustle basketball when the shot was missed. McGinnis goes hard to the hole and is able to lay it up off the backboard. Well, the Wizards come out, play solid defense. Erie couldn't find it. Who could not find their rhythm of shooting, and so as we take a look at it, we'll take a quick timeout with you. Come right back here on this third quarter. The Windsor Wizards are leading 35-28 over the Erie Tigers.
Everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
Well, we're here at the second half, live here on Stream It Sports in high definition. Lots of people around the country like dialing into Stream It Sports. The quality of the production, great producers like Cody McCoy and camera people like Abby Block online. But also the on-demand feature, which you can go back and watch the games whenever you want for free. Did I say that right? For free, because we have sponsors just like what you saw there that bring these games to you. Nice deep pass underneath. I think that was the adjustment. Tyson, the 5'10" junior, puts it up. Long pass. Felt like there was a foul. Looked like Lance McGinnis might have gotten there, but no, on the other end, Chase Landcreek takes it down to the other end. There's a little step up in the, yep, right there, back-to-back. Tyson coming out there, making a presence. 37-32. Now this 2-2-1.
Good patience by the Wizards there to break it. Now get up, set up in their half-court offense.
McGinnis out top. Lance McGinnis, the sophomore. Looking for a backdoor by Tyson McGinnis. Did I just say McGinnis before that?
Now, the Wizards have an obvious mismatch there in the paint, but they're really not looking.
Yep.
Now they're going to look at it, of course, as I say that. But
they probably heard you down there. You got to be careful what you're calling out. And Relford goes to the baseline and hits a three-pointer, giving the Wizards a 40-32 lead with 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in this third quarter.
Beautiful inside out by the Wizards.
Relford picks up the turnover, too, gets a hand on ball, dishes. Lancrete. Chase Lancrete hustles down the court, gets an easy bucket. Foul on the transition. McGinnis out on the floor. I think that'll be on the floor. Spot foul, point of interruption. Baseline. Substitutes coming in. A lot of pace going on. That's Lance McGinnis' first foul. He's a guard, a sophomore, 6'1".
Yeah, the energy has really picked up here in the last few minutes.
Yeah, I think
both teams.
Coach Mellon was definitely trying to get his team to step up because they came out at halftime and were not able to convert on a couple of possessions, and Wizards started building that lead, which is a 10-point lead right now. 42-32, missed off the front end of the rim, but that was good defense up underneath them, forcing him to take not a in-rhythm shot. Similar to a UCLA-style high post cut, if they could get it. Could not. Patience by the Wizards. Just throughout their athletic programs, it's a strong work ethic, patience, working hard. Carries over here out on the hard court. Cody Yop coming in for Jeffrey Ferrano. 42-32, 3 minutes, 16 seconds left in this third. Kirk picks up the ball. They're going to call double dribble. He was getting pounded and moving around a couple players on the drive, and I think he might have pushed two hands down on the ball to get the double dribble. Band behind us yelling up, D up, D up. They want to make sure all the defense is playing. Play defense with your feet, moving in front of the guy before he drives. Don't get beat like that. There's going to be a push on the baseline. It'll be on the ground. Got beat on the drive. Nate Huntsman's first foul in the game. 2 minutes, 51 seconds left in this third quarter. Wizards in a comfortable 10-point lead at the halftime. It was only 3. The Tigers not able to get back in, but there's a player that's going to bring it back for him. He's been playing well. Tyson has scored, I think, all of their points this second half. Relford out top. McGinnis trying to give him a screen on ball. Lancrete feeling comfortable, but not hitting the bottom of it. Strong drive. Same again. Off the back of the rim. McGinnis pulls it down. Mathis not able to convert it down at the other end.
Great tip.
Oh, nice tip. Just to keep it alive. Got to give Nate Huntsman heads up there because McGinnis was falling back and his three-pointer was about 2 feet short. Relford. And they will count it on the shot. Gives a shot fake. Takes a dribble as he's going up. Gets bumped. Finishes it at the hole.
There is a little confusion as to why it was. There was a bit of a continuation on it, but he also jumped pretty far out where
yep.
I kind of see both sides, but.
That was a foul against Alex Mathis, 23, for the Erie Tigers. That was his first foul. Relford finishes the natural 3, we'll call it, because back in my day, that was a day that you get 3 points. Oh, and they're going to call it against Alex Mathis on this side. Coach Mellon is getting a little upset. talking to the coaches, talking to the refs. He's concerned that there's some calls that are not going his way. That's an offensive foul. Mathis picks up his second within 3 seconds of picking up his first on the foul down at the other end.
Two pretty critical calls either way. If you disagree or don't disagree, that's two because he scored on that.
Yep. There's a three-point shot on the other end by Relford. That was a 2+1 at the line. And then down at the other end, they're not able to pick up the bucket. So now you've lost at least 2 points, possibly 3 because it could have been a block. Refs did not see it that way. Step back by Matt Scoggin. 47-35. Timeout now by Coach Scott Mellon. Scott Mellon is in his third year at the Erie Tigers. Currently this season he's 8-6, 3-3. Last year he was 11-13, 7-7. In the previous year, when he took over the program, he was 2-21 at that time frame. We're going to keep it here with you a little bit. A minute 20 seconds left, minute 19 seconds left in this third quarter. A
lot of calls there in that last 2 or 3 minutes. The coaching staff still trying to get some answers, but I don't know. Both ways I could see it, but you got to move on. You got to down more than. You got 12-point deficit now. You got to refocus. Even the coaching staff has to refocus because I've seen it a lot where the coaching staff gets into the refs and stop focusing on the players. So
keep their composure. I did see the ref that he was concerned about the calls on come over and square away with the
assistant, I think.
The coach. Mm-hmm. No, assistant or head. Hey, we want to thank our sponsors, First Bank, Schrader Oil, and Pedersen Toyota. If you would like to be a partner with us and become a sponsor, send us a message at rmccoy@streamitsports.com. That's rmccoy@streamitsports.com, and we'll contact you with the information you need. And that's what they needed dearly, a three-point shot by Alex Mathis, who had just picked up 2 quick fouls, comes out and says, well, Coach, I'm going to try to put it back on track. Shoots a 3 and brings it back within 9 points, 47-38 with 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Well, no rush to get a shot. Could be even the last shot of the quarter.
If I was the Wizards, why not? No shot clock. If they're going to play off you there.
Yep, I'm not sure why Relford would step up into the defense, but, they figure that they can get it going quickly. Or
if you get a layup.
Nice play by Matt Scoggin. Erie seeing what they can do to finish out this quarter. 26 seconds left.
Good
nice
move.
Movements. Little shot fake there, Jeffrey Furno. The senior, 6'3". Coming down to the last second shot here. 10 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter. 49-40. Lance McGinnis tries to get it over to the corner. Quick shot and in on the shot. Does not make it, but the foul at the end of the quarter. He'll step up to the line to shoot 2. That's Mitch Rasmussen that was just trying to get the ball back up because the clock was going to expire. As he does, he pulls back, but
now that
Jeffrey
was a foul.
Farino, runs right into him, and any shooter that's in the air gets run into is legitimate. Even after he's released the ball, hits the front end of 2 to finish out the half. Hits 1 of 2. But Mitch Rasmussen puts a 10-point lead for the Windsor Wizards over the visiting Erie Tigers. We'll take a timeout here at the third quarter and bring exciting basketball here on the fourth.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
Well, we're at the fourth quarter, 50-40. The home team Wizards over the Erie Tigers as they go into the final 8 minutes. Which team is going to come out on top? Both teams are playing with great effort, great poise, trying to play with great intensity and see if they can finish off the games. And there's going to be a push on the back by Luke Loy. Wizards will have the ball out of bounds at the baseline. Almost had it. Loy, I think, had his hand in the cookie jar, had the ball, but there was a fight by McGinnis to bring it right back. McGinnis almost gets underneath, but gets into traffic, can't finish it. Give it to driving hard. It's going to be a foul. 2 shots. Hustled by Luke Loy down to the other end, staying with it while 3 Wizards are around him trying to get the offensive rebound. Beginning of this fourth quarter, both teams going to have to come out with energy and effort to try to finish this out.
Free throws are going to be big here in the fourth quarter. Can you score when the clock is not running? Very important.
66% free throw shooter, misses both of them. Not what you need when you're trying to come back into the game, but it's early in the fourth quarter, so don't knock it down. There's 3-pointers that can be shot. Wizards are going to have to watch for him as well, too. Chase Lancreek goes underneath, thinks he gets hit. Looking around, seeing why there was no call, but ball goes to Erie. It's a missed shot in the stat book. The local high school band, Wizards band, is just yelling out, play defense. Lancreek gets the rebound, tries to get the ball out, see if they can get a fast break. Nice play on it. Relford gets the ball, Matador back out from behind him. Isn't that called the Matador defense? Let him go by and see if he can pop the ball away. At least that's what they used to call it in my time. Still got the 10-point lead, 50-40 with 6:45 left in this fourth quarter. Windsor Wizards on top with, going to be called a check. Jeffrey Ferrano, that might be his third or his fourth. I have to double check. Third personal foul. Still okay, but he's going to have to watch what his aggressiveness is around the ball. 5 fouls in this second half against the Erie Tigers, 3 against the Wizards. Kirk Relford going aggressive to the hole, does that reverse spin, goes up off the backboard, but underneath the Tigers. Tyler Larson picks up his first foul. Well, Relford up to the line. It's the first of 2. Relford is 75% free throw shooter. 65 free throws attempted, 49 made. That one adds another 1. Both good. Gives them a 12-point lead with 6 minutes, 31 seconds left. Little half-court trap, hands in the lane. Rasmussen tips it out. Erie just not able to claw back in yet. They're going to have to make a run if they're going to try to win here on the road. Oh, quick hands. Baseline. Rasmussen slapping down on the ball, and I don't know how many coaches have told you this, but I know that every coach I told is you scrape up, don't slap down.
Yep.
Slap down, that's typically something that you're going to watch. And
even if you hit the ball, the refs are looking for it, so most of the time they call a foul.
And typically it's about a 90 to 95% accurate call anyway, because you are grabbing some of the arm. Nice play by Farino. Uses his right hand on a left-handed kind of shot, but was able to get the points. Pedersen pulls it back out.
He's going to have to be extremely aggressive if they're going to make a comeback here in the next 6 minutes.
10-point lead for the Wizards. Landcreek can't find it, almost turns it over. Relford, their leading scorer. And McGinnis, you remember that in the first half where they've talked to each other and say, hey, let's get a shot out of this. Will those two seniors work together to find another way to score?
Little 3-2 zone here to prevent any three-point shot, but they might just give up a layup and one.
Well, that was all based off the shot fake early on in the deep corner. Lifts his man off his pins, goes hard to the hole, and the defenders are all recovering. And in a recovery mode, Relford knows to be able to draw the defender into him and finishes it off with a bucket. And as we always talk about before the three-point line, this was the only way you could get 3 points. Of course, I want you to know that there was no three-point shots back even in the original 13 rules. So I just want you to understand that. If you go back to the and one, gets it, puts them up by 13 points with 5 minutes, 30 seconds. They're going to go to a full timeout. Erie's going to do it. We're going to do it as well, too. We're going to take a break here on Stream It Sports Live. The Wizards leading 55-42. We'll be right back.
Toyota-thon's on. Look at all those Toyotas.
Bet you could get a great deal in there.
Yeah, we should go check it out.
Impressive.
Sometimes you just have to snap them out of it a little bit.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2018 RAV4 with Toyota Care, our no-cost service plan.
'Tis the season. Toyota-thon is on.
Toyota, let's go places.
Who wants more peas?
Go away.
Oh, Daddy hates pop-up ads. Who wants
Go
more?
away.
Hashtag dinner time.
Scroll forward.
Choose selfie. No! Selfie.
Go forward.
Delete selfie.
Go away.
Then picture.
Bookmark. Go away.
No, post photo.
Scroll up. Scroll forward.
Hashtag gravy.
Faster. Go faster.
The First Bank mobile app. Technology has never been so easy.
Welcome back to Windsor, Colorado, where the home team Windsor Wizards are hosting the Erie Tigers, and they're leading them 55-42 here in the fourth quarter. 5 minutes, 32 seconds left in this fourth quarter. 7 fouls against the visitors and 4 fouls against the Wizards. So as we come down this last 5 minutes, we'll see how aggressive the defense is and how aggressive they're going to the hole. Nice tap in. It was missed early on, but nice tap in by Farino. McGinnis to McGinnis. Almost a travel there by Kirk Relford. Landcreek threads it down under to McGinnis, who tries to go over the left hand. They're going to call a push. Just want you to be aware that there is no such thing in basketball as over the back. If you actually look in the actual officials book, it was called a push. So if you call it over the back, you would be incorrect. Erie driving hard to the hole, seeing if they can draw a foul, does not pick it up. Relford picks it up and tries to create something on transition and pulls it back out. 11-point game. Relford holding his nose. He felt like he got hit in the nose. Hope he's not bleeding, but he knows he needs to get back for defense. Nice soft jump hook by Farino. They're chiseling away. It's a 9-point game.
We talk about this just about every broadcast, all about just setting yourself up those last 3 to 4 minutes to make one final run. I think Erie, they put themselves in a position to win the game if they can keep up the momentum.
Yeah, I think both teams here want to win, and they, of course, that's obvious, but they play with a tenacity, I think, to be able to win, especially down the stretch when they're down, trying to pick it up. They're going to call a foul.
I think it was a clean block, but I think it was below is what they're going to call.
Yeah, I don't think it was on Loy. Loy had the block up top. It was underneath by Ethan Tyson, the junior. And everybody was looking at the block thinking that was going to be the call, but that puts Pedersen up on the line. Hits the front end of 2.
And the Windsor offense has stayed consistently patient here in the third and fourth quarter, really moving the ball around, making sure they get a shot in the paint, not forcing much.
Yep, Pedersen, a 65% free throw shooter, hits the front of the first. And nice form, gets the second one. 57-46, 11-point game with 4 minutes left in this fourth quarter.
Great defense.
Almost slapped away by McGinnis. Lancrete was holding him steady. Long outside shot by Lucero. Wizards bring it back down, but there are going to be full court pressure. Relford, realizing as a senior, hey, it's not to McGinnis. Oh, hands out.
Should have one.
Alex Mathis, that'll be his fourth or his third. Yep, it's fourth. Remember, no, they're going to call it on 20.
No, that should not.
I thought that was on 23, but they're going to put it on Farino. Maybe my eyes are going away, but when I was looking from distance, it is a bonus. It's 9 fouls against the visiting Erie Tigers, so not a double. Substitution, since it's one-on-one, you can substitute on the first free throw. Relford steps up. Conley puts to the bottom of the net on the free throw. Perfect from the line, I think, tonight. A couple and ones as well as some free throws. Standard. Hits it again. That puts it up 59-46. Was a 9-point game, a 30-second timeout. We're going to stay here right with you. A game that was 9 points is now 13 points. And right now, Erie just does not have an answer for some of the defensive pressure as well as the shot selection that Wizards are going after.
Windsor has done a great job of answering back any kind of momentum that Erie has put on them. Just continue to stay patient, go to the paint. They've made a lot of tough shots, but give them a lot of credit for keeping this lead, not letting it get below 6.
Well, Erie coming off a big win over Skyline on Saturday. They won 67-54. That's their one-game win streak. And if you took a look at Windsor, they had 2 games over the weekend. They had Windsor beat Bertha at 71-64 on the 19th. Came right back around and played on Saturday as well, 2-1. They are 5-1 in conference. The Tigers are 3-3. Long distance shot. Nice shot by Alex Mathis. That brings it into 10. Double foul. Looks like they're going to call a double foul, both on 32 as well as 25. So 32 is Cody up. 25 is Braden Pedersen. They'll administrate it by a double foul. Ball stays with the Wizards. Both of the guys that got the double fouls are clapping because they're excited about the intensity. Coaches are looking and going, all right. Nobody got into foul trouble.
Don't do anything stupid here.
But that foul did create a double bonus automatically for the Wizards. So the next time they go to the line, irregardless of a shot, they will have 2 shots automatically. Timeout, nice defense by Erie. Relford picks up the ball. Looks like they're going to do a full timeout. We're going to take it with them. This is Stream It Sports Live. The Wizards are leading 59-49 over the visiting Erie Tigers. We'll be right back on Stream It Sports.
Everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
Hey, let our sponsors know how much you appreciate them helping us bring you live basketball action here in HD on Stream It Sports. First Bank, Schrader Oil, and Pedersen Toyota have been fantastic sponsors. You can become one as well, too, especially if you want to reach out to us at rmccoy@streamitsports.com. 59-39, Windsor Wizards at home leading the Erie Tigers with 3 minutes left in this fourth quarter. What will each team do over this last 3 minutes? Falling down defensively, deep in the corner. It's going to be on the ground.
Doesn't matter, 2 shots coming either way.
Yep, Rasmussen driving to the hole, gets bumped. That foul's going to be against Alex Mathis. 2 shots. That is the second foul. It looks like they're going to call it against Cody Yop. Excuse me, Cody Yop was the one that picked up the second foul. Calmly steps up. Mitch Rasmussen hits the first of a guaranteed 2 on the double bonus. Rasmussen, a 40% free throw shooter, the junior. Didn't look like that on that last connection. There's a lane violation at the 3-point line. You cannot enter into the 3-point arc from the 3-point line on the perimeter until the ball hits the rim. The only ones that can release from their spots are actually from the lane lines on the release. And that gives Rasmussen really 100% from the line because they don't count the previous attempt because of the violation.
Must have been fairly obvious, too, because at this point in the game, the refs, they might let that one go, but if he obviously had an advantage from it, he's got to call it.
Yep. Getting into the lane too quick. I think those are ones where you're trying to hustle the game up. Fell down. Kirk Relford took advantage of it.
Smart move bringing it out there.
Pedersen does. He realized time and possession. Probably a carryover from his coaching in football as well, too. John Rakeski, the coach here at the Windsor Wizards. Missed, but nice putback by Chase Landcrete. John Rakeski, his 3rd year with the Wizards. His first year he was 19-7, 12-2. Last year 12-13, 9-5. This year he's doing really well, 10-5, 5-1, trying to go on to 6-1. Good decision, bringing it back down. Rasmussen hands it off to Relford. And then the aggressive play to the hole is naturally going to get defenses breaking down, reaching for each other. 63-49, a minute 50 seconds left. That's a double bonus. That was the second foul on Ethan Tyson, the junior. Number 4 for Erie. Relford sticking to his stats. Well, this will be the 3rd victory for the Wizards in a row. Their longest victories are 4, so they'll have to go into another one just to tie it. Right now, Erie on the short end of the stick of this game. Minute 50 left, 65-49. Difficult to come back by 16 points with just a minute 50. There'll be some token defense around the perimeter. Make sure that there's nothing too easy. Don't create fouls.
Great
hustle. Yep. Deep in the corner of the 4. Nice shot by Ethan Tyson. Well, that's always tough because the foot that traveled was the pivot, not the pivot foot, but the other foot. He had one foot down and that other foot hit and then slid and then he fell down, but his foot was still on the ground. But when you go down to the ground, it's going to be travel. 13-point game. Going to be a lot of 3-pointers being shot right now. Drive. And the foul, no bucket, 2 shots. Let's say that Lucero did the spin cycle there. He was going straight down and said, I'm going to spin around and see if I can get something to the hole, and gets bumped on the shot. Misses the first one. Checking in, back in. Lance McGinnis and Braden Pedersen. I think Coach Friehauf wants to make sure that everybody finishes out this game. John Rakeski, former CSU basketball player. Push underneath. Jeffrey Furno says that was a foul against me. That would be his 5th foul. Fouled out. He was thinking that there was travel before that, any contact. He's a little upset, but down 13 with 1:14 seconds left. That's kind of tough. Mitch Rasmussen stepping up to the line, double bonus. My broadcast partner being extra quiet during that free throw. Want to make sure he could hit that, being respectful to the home team.
That drum line coming in right there.
Yep, got another drum line. That's the beauty of high school sports. You get the high school bands playing deep down in the corner. He hit one before and he hits nothing but bottom of net.
He's been hot all game.
Dyson hitting really well, then creates the foul.
Oh, could have been offensive, really.
Yeah, Relford was coming down and Tyson. The problem with it is Tyson could easily call that one if some chirping going on front Tyson. Standing right next to Mitch Rasmussen. Relford hits another free throw for him. Cody checking in for Bryce Meyer for the Tigers. Wizards off the line, making sure that there's some full court pressure with 1:03 just to get some clock running off, but not to foul. A lot of step backs for threes, perimeter stretch. Nice play by McGinnis. He looked like he stepped out of bounds, but was not seen. Hits the bucket. Three again. Lots of desperate threes around the back. 15, Luke Lloyd picks up the foul. As Rasmussen goes down to the other end to shoot two. 71-55, 34 seconds left in this game. Bryce Meyer going to be coming back in. That's the fourth foul on Luke Lloyd. He's played a good game. (71-55), 72-55, 34 seconds left in this game. It's all but over. Windsor with this win will improve to 6-1. Overall 11-5. They'll be on top depending on how Holy Family does tonight against Roosevelt, as well as how as Frederick and Skyline. But Holy Family along with Meade are all up in the top. Berthoud is also being playing at Meade. So all three of those teams at 5-1 are trying to excel, and Wizards have done it themselves here, owning their home court. This year on the home court, they've been 7-1. They'll improve to 8-1. And the Tigers will move to 3-3 on the road. They'll go to 8-7 and 3-4 in conference. Free throw shot by Meyer, who just checked in. Hits both of them. Full court press. 27 seconds left. McGinnis brings the ball down. Tipped. Definitely no need for a shot, but there's going to be a lot of pressure. So a lot of movement around the perimeter, around the outside. Traps coming around. Pedersen kicks it out to the senior, Relford. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, no shot needed. Game is over. 73-57. The Windsor Wizards, coached by John Rikeski, win at home in this 4A Tri-Valley Basketball Conference game against the Erie Tigers, 73-57. We want to thank our sponsors. We also want to thank our producer, Cody McCoy. Did a fantastic job on the board. Thank you so much. And a big shout out to Abby Block out on the camera for bringing you live high-definition Stream It Sports. My name is Eric Friehauf. We hope you check us out for other games here on Stream It Sports, both here at the PSD as well as the Windsor School District here. And we'll say goodnight to you here from Stream It Sports Live. Good night.
Windsor High School basketball on Stream It Sports Northern Colorado has been brought to you by Schrader Oil, fuel your day. By Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good. This has been a Stream It Sports NoCo production of Windsor High School basketball. You can find all of our broadcasts, past and present, by visiting streamitsports.com/PSD. Thank you for watching.